All right. So today I am on the project of creating a video avatar for myself as Caroline Hart here. And so we're going to start with video avatar AI. As you can see, I've already done a bunch of searching of this, so it pops right up for me. But we do have quite a few items that come up, but I have found that some of my favorites are not the ones that come up in this top list. So I'm going to share the couple that I've found that are pretty phenomenal. And the first one here is this Hailou AI. And and we can see what it is here. I know there's quite a bit available on their homepage to show you what it can do. This looks interesting. Okay, we've got our silent podcast actor. This is pretty similar to what I'm working to create. So I have already made quite a few here. I'm going to switch over to another tab to show you how that goes. Um, so we can see that there are several projects here. I've got plural avatars. I've started with an avatar of me, and that was a little creepy. It definitely hits the uncanny valley really hard. In fact, I am working with my Gemini Pro to build my Tara Lionheart brand, and I uploaded these videos, and it was like, no, that's not your brand, honey. A little less sassy than that, but it was really sassy. Now, this is one that I created from my Tali avatar, the thing that is flashing up in the corner of the screen right now while I talk. And I just told it, Tali is dancing to music in her headphones. She's moving and grooving and having a blast. She invites others to come join her before she magics away in a spray of rainbow sparkles and bubbles. And we didn't quite get magics away, but we do get rainbow sparkles and bubbles, and it's cute. Especially that it took the flat 2D image and turned it into this 3D model. That's pretty cool. Um, then we also have this is a photograph of one of my characters. So her name is Cressa. She looks at the camera shyly, a bit awkward, and then bravely proceeds with talking to the camera. It's it's interesting. So the picture has a definitive asymmetrical haircut. It's one of the quirks that I taught me all of my AI art skills, as well as the physical art skills using the editing tools. Is that this character by the 3/4 mark of book one, which hopefully is coming out very soon? I would like to announce that very, very soon. That the character has this very, very distinct haircut. And then when I go to generate pictures of her, it it, it always evens it all back out. Kind of infuriating that I can't get what I want from that. But this is decent, and I will show you something else with this image shortly. But these are all non speaking images. These are designed to then move into another program to create the speaking parts. So we will touch on that probably in another video here. But I wanted to show you the how to create these talking image to video looks. So what we are doing is really telling the AI that is creating these videos what we want. And so, we've got this is one of my Tali studio images. And so we're just telling her that her lips are moving, her head is swaying, shoulders shift, movement is smooth and natural, someone talking to the camera, doing a podcast, recording a YouTube video. It very creates this casual, engaged, bobbing that we can make use of. And then one of my signature things is the magic microphone. So you'll see that across the videos. I did not have to tell this one to animate the sound on the magic microphone. It figured out that that was what it should be doing on its own. But I do often uh, tell it that it should do that. So we've got, a few more here. This one, it decided that she was going to look away from the camera. And then we got an even more pronounced look away from the camera because I said, oh, well, let's have her thoughtfully question, tilting her head and looking up. And so she looks up, and that's a really drastic change here from our start still image, which we can see at the beginning of every reset. It flips back to looking straight at the camera. All right. And so, just some examples of how this can go. This image actually kind of looks like the magic microphone is talking back to her. But you can also see while it plays here that you could sync my verbiage to this. Those flashing sounds would go with the pace of any regular kind of talking. In fact, I can kind of match my pace to that. Um, then this is probably one of my favorite avatars, so you'll probably see this one quite a lot here. But this program creates so much movement. Look at how much movement is in my strawberry blonde Tali's shoulders here. She is just actually expressing in this, and she is so far from static. You could almost see that character stand up from this chair. Um, then we can get into some kind of weird spaces. This avatar gets a lot of bizarre frames in just 6 seconds. Those eyes twist weird, skin's very plasticky. So the quality of the image that you put in makes a big difference here. Now, on this site, your free trial is you get 500 exclusive points valid for the first 3 days that you are on here. And then you would have to get into a membership. So we will look at the membership costs here at the end, but I wanted to come and make this video before I run out of credits so that we can show you what this looks like. Um, this one that I'm hovering on here, this is my Bright Studio logo. I'm sorry, Golden Light logo. And the zoom in was completely not something that I had asked for. It is not here in the prompt. There's no direction. Um, and so I then started putting in the static shot, which we see over here. So I will build this in a moment, but the expressiveness that you can get, sometimes the curious things. This one says that she was questioning. So suddenly we have a question mark in there. So it can be a little literal. But again, look at that movement, that depth of how much she transitions from leaning forward to leaning back to looking away and leaning further back. But again, the static shot. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. So this was not one where I had put in the static shot. It was this one that got me, where unfortunately our singer Tali here steps completely in front of the microphone all the way up to the front. It's a beautiful shot. It just throws off the balance of the actual composition of what we're looking for. She is singing, supposed to be singing to the microphone. What good is it for her to come up to the screen? And I say that, and then I will probably turn around and make use of this at some point because it is pretty. But look at how alive this avatar became. And that was things that were not directed. So that's the AI thinking creatively about what shots are cool for the scene and for the description. And so this action came out of a feature here that is prompt enhancement. So this is automatically turned on. And then it says that for face references, you might want to consider disabling this. So I did disable this and I added static shock afterwards. And so here we get, the shot is still, but she's got motion to her, completely turns her shoulders. And then, you know, soul searching, that was part of it. I told it that she emotes, her expression is sincere. So we've got that, and that prompt is still in here. We need to come up with another prompt. And so this is where, I live on my AI. So normally I do go into Gemini and just have a regular front facing conversation. But my new discovery was that we have AI Studio at google.com, or I'm sorry, aistudio.google.com, which gives us a more powerful version of the chat. It lets us stream and interact with the AI so it can watch your computer and tell you what you're doing or describe how to do something. We can generate media, which I'll click on over here. We've got image creator from Google. We've got Gemini speech generation, Lyra real time. This is going to be a competitor to Suno. VO for our videos, and then the older Gemini image generation setup. Um, these are all great. I, in fact, will do a full video on the Gemini speech generation as I've got something to share with you in that. And then I'm sure that you've seen video running around, but we'll probably also touch on video. And so then you also have all of these tools to build apps in Gemini. Not my thing, but I am so glad that they are here. There's more to explore than I could even try to tell you. So we'll skip over that. And then you've got your history of what you've created. So I have created some logos here in the image generator, and I have made, let's see, this is a beginning of a video prompt that we didn't do, but I'm going to go to my brand chat with Gemini that we're working on. And, I need a prompt for a moving avatar video that is featuring a singing Tali. Can you give me 5? And then this is a control enter or go click the button to enter. It's one of the primary differences between this chat interface. I shouldn't say primary. It is one of the most commonly interacted with versions of this interface of Gemini versus the web version that has the familiar logo. So it shows I've got thinking turned on. There's a whole lot of settings you can interact with on this one. So I've got it to show me how it's thinking. And then here we go. Of course, let's create that Sing Tali Sing video. And we've got an Anthem of Defiance, a love song. I wouldn't have thought of so many of these. In fact, I love fantasy. So we're going to go with this Bard's Epic Tale here, and take that over into the studio. So we've got Hailou is ready, and I'm going to put this in here. Her lips are moving, head is swaying, shoulders shift. Those are all pretty standard for this. Movement is that of a captivating storyteller, singing a grand epic tale, expressions shifting with the narrative from wonder to tense to triumph. So this is actually probably more than we need for this song. And then I do want to have, her where the last time it was her looking up, but I'm going to say her positioning returns to rest. So I want it to get as close to coming back to where it started as I can by the end of this clip, as that will help make the actual talking avatar videos better from my experience. So we're going to cue this up. It is 25 of your 500 free credits to run a video. And I had expected the traffic to be busier during the daytime and slower at night for me here in Arizona. But I actually found that I spent far more time waiting for it last night than I have this morning, particularly anytime before noon. Yeah, see here, we jumped already into generation, whereas I have waited 20 minutes or more on that 3-minute waiting screen. The users of this site are clearly on the other side of the world from me here in Arizona. That's when their traffic is densest. We are processing on that. In the meantime, I will go ahead and go over what we've got going on over here. They do have multiple generation modes. I have been using the new updated 2 version and getting great results. When you export a video, you can do 6 seconds at either 768p or 1080p. Duration of 10 seconds or 6 seconds or 10 seconds. These are upgraded features. Then you actually can produce multiple videos, which will increase your cost. I've not done that. I am a let me generate one at a time kind of AI person. I will get annoyed at my Leonardo.ai account when I am not able to generate just one image at a time. Then within our text window, we're allowed up to 2,000 characters. And then I just cleared our prompt, so that'll be fun for when we come to our next one, but useful. We have presets that are available. These will change the way the camera looks, behaves, any special effects and tinting that is going to be applied. Then we have our camera controls, which is also accessible from the second button over. So truck left, pan left to right, push in. These are actually, I love the animations. I love that it will show you what it is. So you don't have to know movie making technology to see what's going on and what you're going to get. In fact, I'm very curious to at some point try this tracking shot. But we did on our last one have the static shot so that I can get the smooth avatar images that I want. Then the older models did have this creative uh, increase on it, and then prompt enhancement to make your item soar your video. And it looks like we are nearly done with our creation. Yep, 100%. So little few more features before we go look at what we created. You have the ability to upload enemy image straight off of your computer. You also can pull up images from your history and delete the images currently in there to clear it. You can favorite your creations, sort them. I am impressed with this site. There is also this subject reference, which is, I believe, yes, the subject reference version is how I got these 2 characters. So that's how these 2 do not match the exact image that I put in, is that it took that image and created a character for both Cressa and the 2D Tali here. All right. Then text to video is going to behave for you just like VO, but using their Hailou system. All right. Well, we can click in and get a really close up, detailed view. Got some great magic for our singing Bardess here. And I do love this little swirl action. She stays pretty squared to where she started, which does help me with that meshing of clip to clip. And then you can, if you hit recreate, you go right back into the creation menu. It does not regenerate the video, which is something that I had wanted to do, and it does not. You would restart over. Um, you can download with or without the watermark once you're a pro member, bookmark it as a favorite, share it out and post it to places, and provide them with feedback, add to a collection, delete it out. You're able to move from video to video in this large player, which is really nice. And I just really love this program, I believe that I will be going from a free trial to subscribing. That this has met my needs for getting expressive, moving characters going. And that, I believe, is going to wrap up my introduction for you all to making a silent video avatar using Hailou AI. Stay tuned and we will pick up with some more. Bye. Not so fast past me. We forgot one major thing, which was that we needed to explore how much it costs to subscribe to their service. So we have the plans built yearly, yearly, quarterly, or monthly, and the best of their best is $199 per month. You have 20,000 credits, unlimited usage of both models, 10 seconds, queue up to 5 tasks at a time, and multiple tasks running at once. No watermark. And then let's get into something that's more like what somebody that is doing this for fun is going to use. So, 1,000 credits per month. So I used 500 credits in a single day, but that was in part because the trial is running out at 3 days. So um, just consider that with this, monthly price here. But that would bill out at just under 100 for the year. If you're going to use it as a pro, 4,500 credits per month, that probably lines up with pro really nicely. Again, the 10-second videos and the higher resolution with 2 tasks running at a time. And then the master level goes up to 10,000 credits. At the yearly, you of course save money if they are going to bill you quarterly, which is the every 3 month building billing. You will have a slightly higher price, but it is still savings off of the monthly. But $10 a month is, equivalent to a Suno AI subscription. So the idea of, I'm going to make a uh, set of songs over on Suno, and that I am then going to uh, come over here and make a video to go with that is very doable in a $20 a month budget. All right. Well, that I believe is going to be the end of my process here with you to go through Hailou AI. Thanks again. Have a great one. Bye.